you've said that we don't need many policies. Actually, to be registered, we do need to have malpractice insurance.
Oh, indeed. There is a legal requirement for insurance, which is one end of it, and then there's your organisation's requirement on the other, and that might include malpractice, public liability, employer's liability we mentioned before, and then different organisations will have other bits that they want you to have because they think it's good practice.
Yeah. I remember you telling me when we discussed this some time ago, actually, that malpractice insurance is probably the least costly bit of the compulsory insurance, isn't it? It's the legal expenses thing which ramps up the cost.
Well, it varies. There are two types of legal expenses. There is just the legal expenses where you're looking for advice on how to react to someone's complaint or the claim that they're making against you. But as soon as the claim becomes a formal claim for compensation, then the insurance company, the malpractice insurance company, will then start picking up those costs.
Right.
And they will settle everything from that point into conclusion.
Okay. I didn't realise that there was a legal expense or that there was a legal service available where you got advice prior to the complaint being made.
There is. We offer a legal expenses policy. It's not all-inclusive. It can't be by definition. But it does offer a very good level of help and a legal advice line, so that if you think maybe someone's going to have a go at you and you're not quite sure how to react to it, you can phone them up and ask.
Yeah, okay. But of course, yours is not the only company offering these policies, I imagine. Obviously I know that Balin's and Lockton's and others will provide malpractice insurance, so I'm thinking about these add-ons that you're talking about. I
think we probably include more additional services rather than add-ons. Add-ons has a reputation in insurance terms you've got to be slightly careful of, because it sounds as though you're trying to make money out of people when they don't want you to make the money. But we offer the legal expenses, and we encourage people to look at other things where they are vulnerable sometimes without thinking about it. Some of them are insurance related and some of them are not.
Have you got any examples that might sort of ring bells with our audience of things that they might not initially have considered that perhaps they should?
Well, one of the things we talked earlier about cyber insurance. There are more cyber claims going on probably than any other type of insurance, other than bashing people's cars around and that sort of thing. Data is now a very valuable commodity, and people will try and interfere with it. They'll try and steal it.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we provide, which is fairly unique, is just a tag on your database, so that if anybody gets into it, we can tell you that they've gotten into it, and then you can close your computer down, take it round to the repair shop or whatever you care to do. But at least you don't keep it running, allowing them to have access.
So what databases would that affect? Now, for example, my clinic, we use Jane as our clinic software, and all of the data, as I understand it, is kept on cloud servers somewhere within the rules of UK GDPR and all that sort of stuff, data protection. So you're talking about stuff that we keep on our own computers?
No, well, wherever. I mean, if someone hacks into your email address, they pick up your login codes for your data, they immediately have access to data everywhere.
Right.
And that's true with any organization. If you're a clinic, maybe you have 1,000 names and addresses, but you'll also have their bank details, you'll have their age, you'll have their sex, you'll have their what they've been treated for and everything else.
Yeah.
And that is valuable to people who want to create mischief.
Yes.
So best to protect it. And if you can't protect it, then do what you can and then insure against that loss.
Yeah. And have you seen claims coming through from healthcare organisations, whether they're yoga or whether they're osteopaths, chiropractors or others?
We haven't, because we've managed to get most of the people that we insure into a position where the claims are prevented before they actually happen.
Right. Okay. And is that cyber insurance something which is, well, I would have called it an add-on? Is that an extra paid service in addition to basic malpractice and other?
We provide what we call the data protect service within the insurance that we provide.
Right.
But then to have full-scale, proper, in-depth cyber insurance, you need to pay for. But we've done a group scheme for everybody that insures with us, and so I think it starts at about £65.
Yeah.
and then can go up. I mean, if you've got thousands of clients and you're worried about losing thousands of bits of data, then you can increase the indemnity limits and pay more for it.
Right. And what is that indemnity? Presumably that indemnity is against a claim made by, probably a group claim from people saying that you've lost all this data, because the ICO, the Information Commissioner's Office, is not going to take us to court over this, is it?
Can do.
Right.
If you have been negligent over people's data, or you haven't been looking after it properly, then the first thing you have to do is write to all of your clients telling them that their data has been compromised. If you've got 1,000 clients, that's going to cost you £20,000 just in sending out hard copy letters.
They have to be hard copy?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And that expense would be covered by insurance?
Yep, that's the idea of it. So there's all manner of things like that.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's I hadn't even considered we'd have to write to them individually through the post.